Welcome to That Old Shop. My name is Mike Scott, and we're continuing on with the series on the bench center. So let's see what we got accomplished last time and what we're going to get accomplished this time and where we're going to leave off until the next time. Nothing but time. Back to the brown and Sharpe bench center. Gonna buzz some paint off of here today. Doing it out that set of doors because we don't have any real neighbors over there. I can talk a little bit louder. I know I've been talking kind of quiet when I go out the door that's right behind the camera there, because the neighbors are often out sitting on their back deck back there. So I try to be respectful of them and not be jibber jabbering. Plus, I don't want their voices showing up in the video either. Okay, here we go. These handles I had to go around to clean out the set screws. There's a set screw that holds this handle part on. The set screw's got to come out, got to drive the handle out, then I can unscrew this piece. Clean around there better. That's how all the handles are. And there's a bunch of them. So, that's what it looks like so far. That's one of the risers. Had to turn the window air off there behind the camera. That's some of the racket you heard. Set that out of the way. Well, I guess we'll do that now. Okay, this piece here, which goes between the centers on the bed, holds the rod for an indicator. This one's been broken. Looks like it's been welded with some nickel rod there. It does clamp well, so the inside is good. I just have to clean up the outside, blend it in a little bit more once I get this handle off. Okay, last piece here that has more handles. Let's see, how can I attack this? Start at the top, right? Arms are getting tired. Here you can really see two shades of green, a lighter green, probably the darker original green. It's smoother finish to it. This is obviously was brushed on and probably not cleaned very well before doing so. So the lighter green's coming off, the darker green's a little harder to get off, and there's a lot of filler on. all these pieces just like the base. Right here's an example where they had a lot of filler on this whole surface, but this is all nicely smooth down here. I mean, there's some divots here in the casting in the metal. They could have just filled that in nicely. Got that down to this smooth surface here, but they didn't. Just put a layer of mud, we'll call it, filler all over everything. We're taking it off. See, you can see this handle is partially pushed out of this already. Got a set screw in there. It's not the original one. Oh yeah, it is. It's a slotted set screw. It's kind of a mixture of hex and slotted. So to make them all the same, I'm going to put all hexes in there. It's not original, but I don't really care for the slotted ones. Coming along though. See what I can do on this yet. Here you can see this gib, what this movable part is here that clamps on the dovetail. On a metalworking machine or even some woodworking machines, this gib is cracked right here across this screw hole. And that's no big deal. I can either make a new one, some oil hardening stock I have, or maybe weld this one up. It might be easy to make a new one because it's across a thread. We'll see what it looks like when I get it apart more. But just about done for today. Some of you might ask, Mike, why don't you take all the handles off so you can get in there better right away? Well, because like I've already mentioned, the set screws are so painted over that I couldn't get in there. So I just wanted to buzz off the material, the paint that's right on top of the set screws. And I'll get in there and clean those set screws out and get them out, get the handles off. Okay, well, after using this grinder to remove all that material, when I go like this, it feels like there's a spring inside my hand there going boing, boing, boing. Yeah, I messed up some nerves and ligaments, both hands and arms, 9 years ago. Still a problem. I've never had this before. So I probably should stop with that for now. Maybe for the rest of today or even another day. But the next order of business is, like I said, take off the handles, buzz off the rest of the paint. But I'm going to stop for right now. Give this a rest. Twang, twang. Okay, back at it here. Slots out. Screw out. Slide the handle out. Unscrew that. That screws right into the gib. That one that I showed you earlier was cracked. See if this is the one. Nope, this isn't the cracked one. Well, that's how they come off. And what you should do, especially because it's an older piece of equipment, you should mark these. There's the 1H. handles should be easy enough to figure out where they would go. They're not that critical. There's the container, toss all that in. I like the taller one just because it takes up less space. I've used pans before and it just seems to get in the way. Sometimes I'll have a pan for dumping this out and sorting things out. Maybe even clean them in the pan. But this is my preferred method. Maybe it's yours, maybe not. I see these gibs have a piece of Bakelite or something glued on there. I've never seen that before. Interesting. So I'll just keep them in their position for now. So I decide how I'm going to mark everything up. That screw looks like. That's going to take some penetrating oil. This one's longer because it locks this center. This is the one that drop this center out of the way using this lever. Put the piece in between the centers. Lock it down with this. Yep, that's going to take some penetrating oil. I gave it a couple of hard whacks right with the hammer, but I used the ball peen and the ball end and hit towards the center so I wouldn't mushroom it. Had some storms come through the area last few days. Had some more last night, so you hear a chainsaw running in the background. That's what that's all about. Oh, this one's cracked. Not only cracked, broken really. I thought it was cracked before it was broken. Yep, somebody's beat on that one in the past. Look like old hammer marks there. Gonna have to get a different carbide burr in there and go around that. Take care of those mushroomed areas so I can drive that handle out. If not, I'll just clean it up the way it is, put it back together that way. Decide if I want to try and weld these or not. go along these two sides, and then the back side, V that out. Get some weld in there. Give it a shot. If not, we know how to make other ones. Tell by this that pieces were falling out of the centers. Probably had some heavy pieces in there and didn't realize, you know, once you hit that lever, move that one center out of the way, the pieces are going to fall out of there. They probably weren't prepared for that. That's probably how this got broke, I imagine. Well, yeah, it's taken some abuse over the years, but we'll clean her up. Get her back in shape. It looks like there's two different lengths. Just the long one goes, like I said, to lock that one center in place. I did notice that there's a 50 on. This is the part that holds the rod for the indicator. And then the centers underneath those have a 50 as well stamped in them. Don't know what that signifies. I'm going to use that 50. I'm going to put 50-1 on here, 50-2 on there. And I'm going to mark that one because, like I said, that's a one size fits all deal. I'll just mark one half of the cracked gib. I'm sure the crack isn't exactly like the other crack. Yep. Never is, right? Okay. It's a 50-1. This would be 50-2. Okay, that's a 50-2. I don't know if you can see that. 50-1. There's the 50. That's stamped on these three pieces. So on the extension, since that one is 1H for some reason, and there's this 2H. Okay, I'm going to move everything back into the shop. Small items anyway. I can put those in a vise and not rip my fingers off. These larger pieces I'll brush the remaining paint off them out here. Getting there. Looks like I'm gonna have to take some more stuff off of here. Okay, see if we can get this apart. Very easily. More tools. Okay, I'm gonna heat this guy up. Let's see what that does. Oh yeah, that's moving. Doesn't want to move, but it's moving. Got a grease fitting on there. I don't know if that was ever used. A grease fitting that. Look at that hole that it's in. I think I'll thread that hole and screw a grease fitting in there. If I think it needs it. Like there's some kind of bushing here. There we go. And those look identical. And those look kind of new. I wonder if that was a add-on deal. Alright, let's finish buffing the paint off. said in one of my previous videos, I don't like using a wire brush and a grinder that's just got an off switch, because if that ever flings off there, hits your shirt or something, like I explained earlier, that was bad news for me one time years ago. Years ago when I got one of these, it came flinging off a little edge of something and hit my shirt and quickly zipped up there. It wasn't a paddle though. It was this type of brush, a cup type brush. I would not use that or either brush. You should really have it in a paddle. You hit the switch and you squeeze it. So when it catches and it flies out of your hand, you know, the power goes off right away. If this one, the power would stay on. Okay, we've been getting some things accomplished on this bench center. We got most of the paint and the filler all blasted or ground off it. The base, I have a little bit more cleanup to do on it. I have to blend in some casting mismatches, but that's coming along. Got the badges all cleaned up, ready for paint. Still have to get after all the handles and the gibs, so I'll probably end up remaking the two broken gibs rather than trying to weld them up. But we'll see. Got some cleanup to do yet on these, just a little bit, blending in some casting mismatches. And I got to determine how smooth I'm going to get at everything. How much filling I'm going to do, how much grinding I'm going to do. This has been, looks like this has been actually torch brazed here. This broken off piece. This is the plate, goes in the center like I've said a couple times, that this rod goes in, that the indicator goes on. So I got to clean this up, blend in that repair job. That actually looks like a good repair. And yeah, we'll go from there. So if you like what you're seeing, you want to keep following along, please hit like, share, subscribe, comment if you want, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.